This is page 2.9 in your binder. We are going to talk about perimeter and circumference. This is something that you've done for a very long time. Perimeter of a polygon is just the sum, which means to add, of the lengths of all the sides. So it's like I take a string and I just run it around the outside of my shape, and then I pull it apart and measure my string, and it tells me how long it is. So that's what both perimeter and circumference are. Circumference, you use this with a circle, and you're going to measure the distance around the outside of the circle. We have two formulas we can use. We can use circumference equals 2 times pi times r. R stands for the radius. The radius of a circle is halfway across the circle. So if you have a picture that looks like that circle, then that's the formula you'll use. The other formula is circumference equals pi times d. In this case, the d stands for the diameter. The diameter is the entire way across the circle. So if that's the picture you have, it's easier to use that formula. Let's do a couple practice problems. So it says find the perimeter or circumference. Well, this first shape is a triangle. To find the perimeter, you just add all the sides. 8 plus 9 plus 10 equals 27, and we're talking about inches. For this rectangle, I need numbers on all the sides. So the top is 30 and the left side is 17. So I just add all my sides. When you add all those up, you get 94 inches. All right, this pentagon here, it has these hash marks. These hash marks tell me that all the sides are the same length, so they're all 7. So I have two ways I can do this. I can say 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, or I could just say 7, and I've got 5 of them, times 5 equals 35 inches. Either way, you'll get 35. The last one, we're going to find the circumference of a circle. So we're going to use, this is a diameter because it's all the way across, so we're going to use pi d as our formula. So we know the d is a 5, so we always put that in front. So your exact answer is 5 pi. Now, if you type that in your calculator, we know that pi goes on forever and ever and ever, so we get a decimal. So our approximate answer is 15. It's supposed to be a point, it's not writing, 0.708. This next circle, we're going to have to use 2 pi r because I have a radius, half of it, instead of a diameter. So the circumference equals 2 times pi times 3. I can multiply those together. My exact answer would be 2 times 3 is 6 pi. My approximate answer, when I do 6 times pi in the calculator, I get 18.849. Flip over to the next page for me. All right, on this page, we're going to do this problem now. It wants us to find the perimeter of this figure. I do not like those points. It makes it harder than it has to be. So use these points and graph yours like I graphed mine. Now, if we look from A to B, I can see that it is 2 squares. And if I look from A to C at the bottom, I can see that it is 5 squares. I need to figure out B to C, though, because it's a diagonal and I can't just count it. So if you remember our distance formula, that's what we're going to need to use. So x1, I got to label these guys y1, x2, y2. Let me write out the distance formula for you really quickly. Okay, so here's the distance formula. So I'm going to put our numbers into it. So instead of x2, I'm going to write 2 minus x1 is the negative 3 squared plus y2 is 1 minus y1 is 3 squared. So when you type that in your calculator, you're going to come up with d equals the square root of 29. Okay, but that tells me nothing because I have a 2 and a 5. So if I type square root of 29, I get an approximate answer of d equals 5.39. So now I can find the perimeter by adding all the sides. 2 plus 5 plus 5.39. So the perimeter of this triangle would be 12.39. Now we're going to switch gears. We have been talking about perimeter and circumference, and that is the outside border of a shape. Now we're going to talk about area. The area of a figure is the number of square units needed to cover the surface. S-U-R-F-A-C-E. I like to think of this as a blanket. How much blanket do you need to cover over the top? And whenever we're using it, we always square our answers. Inches squared, meters squared, feet squared. So there are 3 formulas when you're dealing with area. You have the triangle formula, area equals 1/2 base times height. The B stands for the base, if my pen would write, and the H stands for height. So those are for triangles. If you're dealing with a square or a rectangle, you will do A equals L times W, and those stand for length and width. And our last one is A equals pi r squared. And remember that r is the radius, which is half of a circle. So now let's use our formulas to find the area of these shapes. So the first triangle, area equals 1/2 times the base, 8, times the height, which would be 9. When you put that in your calculator, you get 36, and this is inches squared. Same thing, we have another triangle. A equals 1/2 times the base, which is 8, times the height, which is 5. When you type that in your calculator, you get 20, and those would be inches squared. This is a rectangle, so it's length 30 times width 17, and you would get 510 meters squared. We have a circle now. We're going to use area equals pi r squared. My r is 3, so area equals pi times 3 squared. 3 squared is 9, so your exact answer would be 9 pi. Your approximate answer, that makes more sense in our heads, would be 28.27 inches squared. Now this one is a little bit of a problem because my formula is only good for a radius, but right here I have a diameter that goes all the way across. So I'm going to have to half that, and I know half of 8 is 4. So my formula is going to be A equals pi r squared. The area equals pi have to use that 4 squared. 4 squared is a 16. Pi is your exact answer, and your approximate answer would be 15.27 inches squared. All right, flip over to 2.11. I need you to follow all the directions on this page and complete number 1 through 11. Thank you.